my beautiful souls. Welcome back into the Serene Corner, or welcome in if you are new. Hey, girl. It's Serenity, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a topic that I've seen on TikTok yet again, and the unethical branding and potential risk of supporting Black-owned projects, or really any project initiative in general, because today we're going to be talking about Black Project 2025. And even just saying anything with like Project 2025 in it is like slightly triggering, but stay with me on this, because today we're going to be breaking down what this initiative was supposed to be, current updates on this initiative, and what we really should be doing as consumers, and especially as critical consumers. Like, you know, on this channel, I try to advocate for. There's a lot of controversy going on around the organizer and the original creator of this concept, where it's currently going, and how the project's being funded, and so much more. So I want to get into all of those things in this video today. If you enjoy my content and you've been enjoying some of the things I've been talking about lately, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the things below. I appreciate everybody that's been commenting in my comment section, subscribing. There's so many new members in the corner, so welcome in, and I'm glad that you're here. And again, in today's video, we're going to start from the top and try to break it down from all the things that are coming out about Black Project 2025 right now, because it's truly a mess. I'm going to try to keep my opinions selective and objective currently right now. Try to leave my personal opinions out of this until the end of the video, and kind of break down just what I've been seeing online, on socials, and where we're at now. Okay, we're going to start off from the top with Nosy Bystander. Of course, this creator, she's so absolutely amazing, has everything broken down, and this is the video that I saw first. And I do remember hearing about Black Project 2025 a few months back.
Feel a little more. Manifesting a Lamborghini is crazy work when you are not answering people's questions about where did that $100,000 go. Now, child, I done fell down a rabbit hole of Black Project 2025. Now, back in November, Anaya, who runs this ad agency called Media Buying Besties, and she started this project titled Black Project 2025. And it was supposed to be in stark contrast to what Project 2025 was getting ready to do in the White House. And in one of her initial videos, she had created this link where people could sign up. And at the time this was taken, about 4,700 members had signed up, which is pretty amazing. Now, after Anaya had got her project off the ground, her and somebody by the name of Alana Banks had organized this GoFundMe, which had raised about $103,000. So after that occurred, everybody knew that this project was getting ready to take off. Now, while organizing this project and getting the group members to sign up, they then launched their Discord server as well as a website. And on that website, these are all the job listings, roughly around 20 of them, that they had open to help people start to initiate this Black Project 2025 project. Now, of course, all the roles were volunteer roles, which is totally fine because this is a new project getting off the ground. Now, at the time of launching those job listings, the Discord server, as well as organizing all the people who signed up, they also launched a LinkedIn, and they only have 2 members listed as active employees for the Project 2025 project. Now, fast forward to January 20th of this year, and the organizer, Anaya, the one who began Black Project 2025, introduces something called KIN.
It is our very own BP 2025 cryptocurrency that's going to not only
Girl.
allow us to power our mission, but also allow you to invest in an asset that can grow in value as our awareness does.
Baby, as soon as she announced that cryptocurrency, she done sent the internet up in smoke, because ain't nobody asked for no cryptocurrency. And after she had launched the cryptocurrency, that's when people started to separate a little bit from Black Project 2025, because they were like, we thought we were doing community organizing in order to be able to get Black focused agendas basically into Washington. If you go to the NAACP's website, they talk about what Project 2025 is doing and the impacts it has on the Black community, specifically dismantling affirmative action and weakening discrimination laws, and reduce the enforced power of Equal Opportunity Commission, or the EEOC, threatening to reverse gains made in employment equity and equal opportunity. Project 2025 also would include rolling back key environmental protections, reducing the enforcement of the environment regulation, and prioritizing of industrial and corporate interests over community health. And when you go to Black Project 2025's initiative, or their mission statement, only thing that they actually discuss is, we're on a mission to drive economic unification, fuel development, and create a legacy through innovation and shared success, which is really a stark contradiction of launching a cryptocurrency. Because when she first started discussing Black Project 2025, she made no mention of a cryptocurrency. She did talk about centralizing everybody's money in order to be able to build projects like grocery stores and hospitals and things of that nature, but nothing of a cryptocurrency. But I'm going to play back her first video that was launched after the election so you can hear if what their mission statement actually aligns with what she first proposed.
What if we had a Black Project 2025? Hear me out. I know it sounds crazy, but this is my vision. What if all of us were to get into a group? Okay, I'm talking doctors, lawyers, engineers. There's so many of us that are so talented, and we were to work together with our own Black agenda for 2025. I'm talking opening up Black-owned grocery stores in certain cities, Black-owned banks, so that way we can actually get our home loans and do what we need to do, our own doctor's offices, our own law practices, and we really were to just congregate and push towards our goals and our outcomes, right? And so this is how I envision it going. We can all get into this group. We can all donate what we have to donate on a monthly basis. And then basically we can have a CEO, we can have a CMO, and we can have a CFO that's in charge of leading the groups with the initiatives, right? We could have bi-weekly, monthly calls in regards to where we stand with our goals. So, okay, guys, we want a Black-owned grocery store in Los Angeles built and developed, August 2025. This is where we stand. This is how much we have funded. This is what's needed. This is where we are in the process. And we just go from there.
And now a cryptocurrency. And I think what makes this whole Black Project 2025 feel a little more egregious is that the creator of Black Project 2025, instead of updating people on, well, where's the project going now past the cryptocurrency, she's posting videos of inspiration of how she's going to manifest herself a Lamborghini. You have to understand that this video is just done in poor taste. Even if this video has nothing to do with Black Project 2025, the money that was raised, it just comes in poor taste when people have so many questions.
And that was the video that I saw. And I do remember seeing Anaya's original video of, again, what Black Project 2025 was. And so as people, mainly Nosy, once she really came to the forefront and started discussing what was going on, that's when the comment section, of course, you know me, ran to the comments. Let's get into it. Okay, sorry for any background noise that you may hear. There was a train going by. Okay, so one of the first comments that I saw were this, and it said, the way I had a meeting with the ops director because I kept demanding accessible practices so we don't leave our disabled Black siblings behind and never heard back. They for sure are performative. She said, who's the ops director? They said some girl named Marake. And then someone said, are you in the Discord? I'm in there. And I remember seeing these messages. And the person said, yes, they are in the Discord. There were also many people in the comments saying that, again, you have to go to this Discord to really gain information about that. And they were trying to get into the Discord. And it was very hard to get into it. Again, you can get into the Discord, but then you have to go through a verification process, which I also have tried to go through in case anyone's wondering. I still have not become verified yet, but we'll see. There were also comments in here saying that people have tried to get verified for months and have not been approved or were denied 3 times, et cetera, et cetera. So again, gaining access to more information about this is already very difficult from what it seems. So there's that. What else? This person said, Felicia. I hope I'm saying that right. Felicia said, I was a volunteer recruiter, ... for like 2 weeks. Interesting. And then people were saying, there's a Discord live tonight of her addressing this. And I do have that clip. So in a little bit, we are going to play the video that was uploaded to the Discord because I did get access to that. And then someone said, when I first saw this, I got a feeling about it and said to myself, I'll wait and see. When I saw the crypto, I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And then someone said, sign up for what? Like, do what exactly? Like, people are just very confused. Like, what exactly is going on? This individual, UBLU Online, said, LOL, fam, we messaged her about creating the app for free and she never got back to us. That's when we knew. And then someone said, Grandma always said, watch out for the snakes in the grass. And then another comment under this section was, sounds like the Tulsa real estate fund scam when Jay Morrison misled those people into investing into something they thought would yield a quick turnover. He liquidated the company and people are still trying to get their money from him. It's giving Ponzi schemes like Madoff, jail child, immediately jail. Yikes. One person said too, I'm interested to see what happens next. Boy, am I too. Boy, am I too. So that was that video. Let me move on to the next video that Nosy made on the same topic.
It was going to let you slide with the kinfolk currency, but finding out you had people signing NDAs, friend, I think that ship has sailed. Now, shout out to Sleuth Gang, because apparently they have been raising the alarm about Black Project 2025 since early January. And in one of their initial videos, they did the Put the Finger Down challenge, where they discussed how they were actually involved in the early onset of Black Project 2025. And as soon as they got into the Discord server, basically everything went awry. I'm going to tag them below because they put together this 10-minute video with a bunch of screenshots. So I'm going to do my best to paraphrase it, but I encourage you to watch the full 10-minute video. Now, initially in their video, they discuss how they were trying to do some community organizing, like real live community organizing, because Sleuth Gang is from the Los Angeles area. Now, in this first screenshot from the Discord server, this is Sleuth Gang. This is their username. It's called Aesthetics. And they posted, so my original comment about finding people who are interested in helping volunteer in SoCal got deleted. And I got a message from the moderator saying that we're not allowed to organize in real time. They go on to say, what is the purpose of this group? Please don't delete this one. That's a valid question. If the whole Black Project 2025 was about organizing community, and you have people in your Discord server saying, hey, I live in this community, let's organize here, and their comments are being deleted, it starts to pose the question of, well, what are we really doing? And you can pause to read this, but this is when Sleuth Gang started to really start raising those questions, and then they were subsequently kicked out of the Discord server.
Okay, let's look at this. Aesthetics says that's going to raise some flags for people in there. It doesn't make sense to do that when you just wanted to help the families. Someone said, like, they really not trying to help the people fully. Someone said, at all. It'll be revealed. They can't keep moving like this and think it's not going to bite them. Someone said, she literally out here, boots to the ground, helping our people. This the shit we are supposed to do, and what I thought Black Project 2025 stood for in the beginning. And that's the common agreement across the Black community. The Black community was aware, or supposedly was presuming, that Black Project 2025 would be a directory to build community. Because as well, too, in her original statement, again, as we just saw, there are already a lot of these Black-owned businesses. There are Black grocery stores. There are Black financial institutions. Like, these things do exist. And so it's really just creating the network for all of us to find each other, communicate with each other, and uplift each other. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit of the confusion. And we haven't even gotten into the GoFundMe yet, y'all. We have not even gotten into the GoFundMe. So, again, there was also a GoFundMe that raised, I believe, $200,000 allegedly of money towards this project, and no one really knows where this money has been allocated to, long story short. So I understand there's so much confusion, and there should be none, especially for something that's not really that difficult to figure out. And I know when people say it's not, there's a lot that goes into building a nonprofit, building XV. That's not what I'm talking about. Building community and connections between Black individuals is not difficult, especially when you have the space and also all of the people interested in this network, in this space. You know, I do understand legalities of safety, security. I completely understand that. But at the end of the day, that is what this initiative was supposed to be for. So I'm not understanding no one's understanding what's going on. What's going on?
Now, Sleuth Gang posted this moderator from the Discord server who was encouraging people to not initiate in-person meetups. And they go on to say, just to remind you, we ask members to avoid initiating in-person meetups. While we want to create opportunities for people to connect and share space, we also want to ensure this is done safely. Our legal team is working on this as we speak, and we hope to offer more information about it in the coming weeks. Why do you need a legal team for meetups? There's a literal website called meetup.com. So why would you need a meetup team? And I think it's interesting that they had phrased it as not doing meetups and speaking with the legal team first to ensure safety, which is understandable because if anything bad were to happen in the meetup, then it would be directly connected to the Black meetup or the Black Project 2025 group. And I get that. But at the same time, though, what legal team? Does the whole Discord server, are they aware of the legal team? Did they post who the legal team is and who's in charge of paying the legal team's retainer? And speaking of that legal team, apparently this whole Black Project 2025 had individuals signing NDAs. Sleuth Gang posted an NDA that was sent to them. They claimed that they didn't sign it, and this is why they were able to come forward with their story. Okay, but why do you need NDAs? What is happening within the realm of Black Project 2025 that would require NDAs from individuals who are not being paid? Now, Sleuth Gang goes on to allege that the individuals who are a part of Black Project 2025, who are paid employees, are not Black. They didn't post any.
And what? I'm going to need proof of that. I'm going to need proof of that. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Black Project 2025. And again, I'm going to break down a lot of the branding around Anaya as well, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to be breaking down a little bit of that after we get into, again, understanding what's going on.
Proof of that. I would like to see that. But if the individuals, the architects of Black Project 2025 aren't Black, then literally what is going on?
Again, I say, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, let's move into kind of a little bit more of that. I kind of want to go back now, and maybe this is a great time to kind of break down some of this branding of Anaya herself, because that's where, again, now we're caught up. There's a lot of people alleging, again, NDAs are being signed. There's also alleging of cease and desist being sent out of people that are trying to speak up about certain things. Very interesting. But I want to go back a little bit, and I want to pull up a few videos from Anaya. Just a few.
To 90,000 on ads because of one simple mistake. Let me save you the grief. But first, let's rewind. For those who don't know me, my name's Anaya. I'm a 23-year-old media buyer, and I've managed somewhere between 35 and 40 million in ad spend in my career. At this point, I've lost count. Oh, and I also run my own ad agency now, so if you need help with ads, you know, wink wink. But I digress. Now let's talk about that $90,000 lesson. When I was 21, I made what I thought was a genius move. Like most media buyers, I became obsessed with data and segmentation because previously you used to be able to get away with that. I was convinced I was crafting the most elite audiences out there. The top 1% lookalike of this, the stacked interest audience of that. And sure, it worked to an extent, but then I hit a wall when the meta algorithm started shifting. Once an account began scaling aggressively, all those perfectly curated audiences, yeah, they stopped being effective. And that's when I learned the hard way. When you scale, segmentation and interests won't save you. Creative will. If I had shifted my focus to broad targeting and prioritized creative diversification, I would not have burned through $90,000 trying to force those audiences to work. And if I'm being totally honest, it's easier to sit there and create audiences than it is to come up with a whole creative concept. So there was a part of me that was being lazy. But hey, expensive lessons make for great content, right? Fast forward to today, and my agency is built around creative first because that's what actually matters to Meta's algorithm. And to be quite frank with you, you can't.
I just want to pause that really quick because of the fact there is a clip. Let me go back just a little bit. Here, what is she getting set up for? Because her hair looks similar to the clip that we just saw of her talking about the kin coin. And I just want to note that, and I'm not trying to overanalyze this girl. Again, at the end of the day, there's no meant to attack this creator, this individual, because her intentions are probably good, right? I'm hoping, and again, as Black people, we always want to hope the intentions are good. But I do want to note that my initial reaction to seeing this video was, one, it's very ironic that it's $90,000 that you're speaking about, that you've wasted on ads. What ads? And it's just very tone deaf to be speaking about monetary pricing when you have $200,000 in a GoFundMe that people are not aware of where it's gone and what's gone to, right? So that's a little bit of the issue with her content now. And so people are analyzing things like this. So again, this clip here in this moment, her hair looks similar to how it looks when she's talking about the kin coin. And basically she has an entire course in a sense talking about the education of kin coin. This looks like probably the day she filmed that. Ma'am, you're running also a nonprofit at the same time at this point because it is filed. Black Project 2025 is filed as a nonprofit. So you're supposed to be disclosing things that are going on. Like nonprofits are very transparent about financials, roles, leadership, et cetera, et cetera. They're not hiding things behind a Discord. So, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that with this video and I'm like, what's going on? And then a lot of the things, like the aesthetic that she's painting in a sense, yes, she comes off very well-spoken, very educated, and that's why initially her first video also took off. But she does also touch in this video about how she became obsessed with building audiences. So she's very aware of how to make an audience come to her, flow in. Like, she's very aware of marketing and branding and etc. So it makes sense for her to start this initiative and not really know what to do with it after the audience is there. And that's kind of what it's giving currently right now.
So I'm hiring at my ad agency for a couple of roles. One, a B2B inbound and outbound sales representative. Next, a creative director, someone who's very well versed when it comes to user generated content and paid advertising, just creative conception from ideation to completion, and a customer success manager. But I also want to be very clear, like, I just feel so strongly in my heart that this agency is going to be the absolute best. I know it because I will stop at nothing until it gets there. And I really want people on my team that will believe in the vision and what it is that we're trying to do at Culture Media. So if you're passionate about paid advertising, crafting winning strategies, or managing client relationships to make sure that clients have the best experience with us, if those are your strong suits, if you are a creative mind, the link to apply is in my bio. We'd love to have you. But I'm really looking for people that see the vision and that are just truly wanting to go to the next level.
How is she funding this? Because, okay, so now and this is a recent video as well. So not only are you hiring all of these roles, remember, you just heard Nosy saying that there's like 30 plus roles in this Black Project 2025. So not only that is happening, but then also now you're hiring for your ad agency as well. How are you funding this? How are you funding this? Like, transparency needs to be had, ma'am. And so, again, people saw this video, and at this current moment, when this was posted, there was still no real traction what's going on with Black Project 2025 outside of this crypto coin, right? And so they're like, what are you talking about? Like, how are you now hiring for your ad agency, and thousands of people are asking you for an update on what they donated to? It's not making sense, ma'am. It's not making sense. This is the video essentially that a lot of people as well too were talking about, where it's, again, she's manifesting this Lamborghini. And also, I just have to clock it in the Lululemon jacket. And again, you're trying to push a Black initiative wearing the most anti-Black brand. I'm going to have to clock that, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to clock that. Say what you want. That is going to be my personal opinion. And I know I said I would save it for the end. Why are we wearing the Lululemon jacket? Why are we supporting that anti-Black brand? Like, I'm not understanding that. So that also was something a little bit tone deaf for me.
Small business as a 23-year-old ad agency owner. So first up, we sent out about 15 clients.
People were saying, and I'll pause it there because, again, I think the music might be copywritten, right? That the beginning clip of this, she's sitting in a Starbucks. Again, a very anti-Black, not for the minority, not for the people at all company. We were supposed to be boycotting that, actually. So people are saying, again, as someone who's trying to push such a humanitarian initiative and nonprofit, again, Black Project 2025, it's not giving that. It's not giving that at all. Okay, so I just wanted to go into a little bit of kind of at least seeing the actual creator and her content as well too. So I wanted to get into that. Okay. So now I want to get into some of the videos of reactions to now this update of Project 2025. And then we will wrap up and close out the video more so with the final response from Black Project 2025 after seeing the uproar of people kind of, digging into what's going on, seeing what's tea about all of these things. So let's get into some of the public video reactions.
Okay, friend. So I did some more digging, because that's what I get. Ew. So this apparently is the Ken crypto coin token Instagram page created by Miss Anaya. Order in the mother court, order in the court. Because that's what them boys gonna do when they find out you stole that money. Okay? So, as I was saying, this is...
I do want to note this is all alleged, because I don't know why people aren't using the word alleged, allegedly, alleged. Okay, because she's not going to get me. But I'm not going down with her scam, okay? Or her alleged scam.
The Instagram page created by Anaya and her team from Black Project 2025 about that crypto coin that nobody has no idea on earth what it is, what it does, how it works, when are we getting a return on investment, anything. And now you see right here, but it got how to buy, pre-sale. I don't know, is this Beyonce? What is that? White paper, tokenomics, and Kim. And that's it on that page. There's no education courses following it. And mind you, she introduced this coin on MLK weekend. Think about it. Moving forward, how to buy. That's all it shows you is how to invest in this coin. It doesn't give you any knowledge about the coin. When do you see a return on your investment? It doesn't give you any of that. There's not even, she got an economics class. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's nothing else on the page, and it hasn't been updated since, I don't even know what, since January. We're in the middle of March, hell, almost to April. That's number one red flag. Number two, comments like this. I was kicked out of there as of today for questioning them on why they're allowing a certain group of people to enter in the group. That's on February the 4th, 2025. BP 2025 is literally doing nothing on the Discord, just posting memes and chatting. No one knows who's on the team. She says she got a legal team, but her legal team isn't even in the Discord. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Money, 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 money. Money. So, that tells me already right there she spent some of the money on a legal team we don't know nothing about. With money, our money she raised. Okay? And that's just the many crazy issues about her kicking people out. That's the second red flag, when they started to question her about not only who was in the group, but how money was being spent. They questioned her about basically people wanted a plan, and she couldn't provide it. And she didn't provide a plan of action as far as Black Project 2025 went. She did not do that. And I mean, the list goes on. Here's somebody, they didn't ask the community or include anyone. Like they just made up stuff and thought that we were all going to go with it. And then when the stuff died down, it's like, okay, well, nobody's going to remember it. Baby, people can't afford eggs. Eggs are $7. Do you think people are going to send you over $200,000, whether it was $10, $20, and just forget about it? Because they pay with Cash App and PayPal? No, ma'am, no ham. Okay? So, here we go. Now, here's the Instagram for Black Project 2025. Hashtag scam. Hashtag stole my money. Hashtag we want all our coins back. Bookie woo. Okay?
I'm sorry. She's hilarious. Truly hilarious.
This is number 3 red flag. Okay? You see how it has 62K.6 and only following 2 people? Where's your management team? How come you're not following the management team? How come those lawyers, those doctors, those people that you said were working for Black Project 2025 not being followed on Instagram? I guarantee you if they have an active TikTok, which they do, they will have an active Instagram. Or you would think, since you're in a media company, you would have hired people, I don't even know why, but you would have hired people who are active on Instagram as well as TikTok. Like, you don't make sense, it don't make sense, and I'm sick of this.
Hold on, I just had a thought come to my mind, because I did look at the Instagram, and we'll get into a few screenshots that I have of that later. But if you can see kind of in the bottom right there, it says meet the team. There were screenshots of people of a team. There was also like a highlight, I believe it was like the women of Black Project 2025, but one of the women in there ended up leaving, and I'll go into that after we watch this video. ended up basically leaving the project because of just sketchy things going on. And they basically like shunned her now out of the group. She cannot speak. She cannot do anything in the group. And she's doing like her own thing now, I think on Instagram. And so I'll get into that in a second. But I went to like that girl's page and then went to her story. And she basically had on her story like screenshots of her trying to communicate and trying to do things. So I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, so even like this meet the team. And then even that was a little bit sketch because like, how are you verifying these people? What are their credentials? Like there was just a lot of confusion with this whole team thing. And also, yeah, you should be following them. Again, this is a community network. You can follow people. Like it's not a clout thing. I don't know. So that's a little bit of a red flag too.
And I'm not letting up off this girl's head. No tea, no shade. Clock it. Now, that's red flag number 3. She only following 2 people. I don't even know. They may, them 2 pages maybe just be her main page, the coin page, and that's it. Cause or yeah, her main page and that little coin page. Okay. Red flag number 3. Boom. Mission. How to join. Updates. Team. We ain't got no updates. TikTok ain't been updated since I don't know how long. But you sure do got how to join, how to send you some money to have you up in Equinox in California. You sure got that up there. Think about it. It's another red flag. Somebody go check out this team and message these people and see how much they was confiscated. Because guess what? Guarantee you, if she going down, they going down with her. Going down, down, baby. Home straight in her leg on a zoom, zoom, baby. Number 4 red flag. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom. Look at this. Madam C.J. Walker. Another brother on this page. All of this is a bunch of nothing. It's Black Project 2025. We're supposed to be discussing ways to combat Donald Trump's Project 2025, and not one thing on here shows Black Project 2025. It doesn't even show articles from the real Project 2025. Like, did she even read Project 2025? So she's spending out all this money for ads and didn't even see nothing regarding Black Project 2025 in the Super Bowl. Yes. Just trash, okay? And I hated to bring Queen's Court over here, but this is where it's at. Because there's nothing on this page talking about Black history. Baby, we got the NAACP for that. We didn't need you to post Madam C.J. Walker and all of this, a bunch of nothing, just to look like you're doing something and look like you're active, because, baby, it's not it. Okay? So that's red flag number 5. And last but not least, stick with me, y'all. Red flag, the last. The mission statement. I know y'all been looking and seeing. Girl. Here we go. Come on, cause everybody who supported this, who donated, who she put that coin in, we are all in this thing. Okay. On a mission. To put 1.8 trillion back in their pockets by a way of economical unification within our community. $1 trillion. Now, where does she think in her right mind she's getting $1 trillion when she couldn't even be responsible with the $200K that we gave her?
And that's the video. Oof. Oof. Y'all, it is just not looking good. It's not looking good. Let's get into another one.
Project 2025. When I first saw Media Buying Bestie pop up on my screen, I scrolled. I wasn't sure what the goal was, but I for sure knew that somebody wanted my money. They weren't getting that. I kept seeing talks about Black Project 2025, Black people getting excited that there was a community for them and excited to donate their funds, but y'all didn't know this person. Black Project 2025 has now turned out to be some type of a scam, and crypto is involved, and I want to know where y'all money went. But also, I blame you guys for Black Project 2025 because, once again, you guys are just sending money to somebody who popped up on your screen that you don't know. She's out here manifesting for cars and shit with y'all money that you do not know where that money went to. Please stop giving your money to people you do not know on the internet. Discernment. Why? Why?
It's funny that she uses the word discernment because that word, keep that word in mind. Keep that word discernment in your mind, okay? Another one.
Being a scam, just like the regular Project 2025. Because why would you create this Black Project 2025 with a list of incentives and ask for donations as if you were trying to empower the Black community through action and movement? And then
hold on, girl. I know I'm not seeing the Lululemon jacket. What is up with Black people supporting Lululemon? They don't like us. They don't like us. Like, newsflash, Lululemon does not mess with Black folk. Why are we giving them money? You can get a jacket anywhere. Jesus Christ. I'm just so tired of seeing it because I'm pretty sure that's the same damn jacket. Hello?
then launch a fucking meme coin with the money. And when people start coming at you with backlash, because of course they want to know why you thought launching a meme coin was going to be the successor to push the Black community towards equality instead of through actual demands, marches, and doing what we did in the past, you post this cop-out saying that our support means everything, and you usually don't engage with rumors circulating on social media. After all, misinformation spreads fast, and the context often gets lost. But the context is true. You did launch a meme coin, but let's keep going. Basically are telling you they don't have access to the Discord, and you're saying, oh, well, we'll figure it out by tonight at 9 p.m., saying that you will only respond in that said Discord. People are even saying they donated money and never got at it. But what does that matter if you have a direct link tree in your bio to the meme coin that you're promoting, but it's misinformation? Even have a mission statement for that meme coin. KYN. It isn't just another cryptocurrency, it's a tool for change. That ain't what we told you to do with the fucking money. I get it. You're trying to take the approach of what every other person has done to every other community with this cryptocurrency bullshit. But when you have this ideology that people are donating to action and change, you need to do action and change. We didn't want you to be an investment broker. We wanted you to have that same platform be used for things like community gatherings, marchings in the Black community, and standing up for equal rights and all this DEI mess. But where have you been? Launching fucking cryptocurrency and buying shit. Yeah, stop donating your money to certain people. That's all I'm gonna say.
And let's break that down, because as you can see, so now we went through kind of some of the backlash, went through some of the videos. I won't even go through anymore. Let's get down to now how Black Project 2025 and Anaya has responded. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, because at this point, it's just looking like a mess. It's truly looking like a mess. So the backlash, especially from Nosey's video, because Nosey's a very big creator, there was a comment underneath that where, again, she just posted in the Discord that she's going to post a response soon. I said, and this is under my spam account, she's a hurry up, because this is not looking good at all. It was very frustrating to see them come to the platform and say, when for days, people have been addressing what's going on with the money, like what is going on. And until Nosey makes a video, then you're going to come out and say, oh, I'm going to make a statement at 9 p.m. PST, which for other time zones is like late, very late at night. And I'm only going to exclusively post that in Discord. What? When you came to a public platform like TikTok to crowdfund for this. Where's the professionalism here? So again, she talks with very good cadence. She's very eloquent in her wording, but nothing about this is giving eloquent cadence, like, and not at all. And then Sleuth Gang, which is who, again, Nosy was talking about, is kind of trying to really like highlight what's going on with the situation, how it's just like very sketch, said that they have been asking her to sit down for months, and now she wants to because Nosy said something. This class action lawsuit is coming to her whether she likes it or not. And I'm locked in to see what happens with that, because it's just not looking good, honey. It's not looking good. Also, Bohemian Diva, which I will always be hyping up Bohemian Diva, made a video basically saying that she knew from the jump that this was not going to be a good idea. This is not going to be anything of fruition. And people dragged her for filth, as they always be dragging Bohemian Diva. And then later on, it comes out that she was right. And a lot of Black women specifically drag her a lot. And I won't even lie, lately I've been having as well a lot of Black women dragging me to filth over them having just very terrible point of views. Terrible point of views. And then it circles around months later. And not that they even backtrack or ever apologize to me, because their pride is just too big. Some people's pride is just too big for that, right? But it turns out like I was right, or is it more of an I told you so moment, which I'm not really one to be like, oh, I told you so. It just kind of is what it is. But right. This was the statement that was posted. Okay. Let me go to the comments. The comment section was what got me. This one first. Their first initial comment was, "We appreciate your trust and can't wait to connect with you. With gratitude, BP 2025 team." Even that language, again, as someone that's in branding, in marketing, why are we even saying that? We appreciate your trust and can't wait to connect with you. But you're really not connecting with the entire Black community. You're closing things off behind almost a paywall similarly. Because again, Discord, can you get into it for free? Yes. But then to get verified within this Discord group, you have to fill out an entire form and wait for the mods to verify you. And that's what people are saying, that they tried the verification process and it's not working for them, or they're being denied. And there's people that are being denied or not let in that also donated to this. So what about those individuals? Why are we not speaking to that? Like, what is going on? And then someone commented and said, "I'm a part of the Discord. I believe transparency on all platforms should be provided. Conversations are tough, but they must be had." Someone said, "I tried to say the same thing and she kicked me out, and I was one of the lead moderators." And that's the aesthetic. So then I went to that page. Let me pull it up. I went to that page and I saw this on the story, which is interesting, on that person's story. I'll go here. This is on their story. "Official Black Project 25 has restricted my account, so you can't see the comments, but this will be added to the lawsuit." Which are like, what? And there's like comments here where it's like, again, Sleuth Gang, "We want the crypto, but she offered us education. It's been 2 months and no education." Someone said, "Unfortunately, this project is not community-based." And like they're responding to people essentially. This Sleuth Gang. "This group is a Ponzi scheme. Do not engage. I tried to say the same thing, and I believe it's saying that she blocked me." You go a little bit lower. "They are not classy behind closed doors. They cause real harm to Black people and are having them sign 360 contracts. It's because she blocked everybody that asked her questions. Now she's coming out because more people that got more clout than her are calling her out. So she's trying to redeem herself." And then someone said something and they said, "Exactly, but she kicked us out." So like they're kicking people out of this Discord that are trying to speak up or trying to understand what's even going on with this initiative. What is happening, Anaya? Like, Anaya, get on your Zoom, babe. Don't worry, we're gonna get into what she said after this. But whoo, I'm exhausted just talking about it. I would I'll get into my personal opinions in the end. Okay, let's get into then the response that came out from Anaya specifically. And again, she posted this privately in the Discord.
What's up, guys? So I have seen what has been circulating on social media, and as unfortunate as it is, as someone that started this mission with a certain level of transparency that you guys have come to know and love, I will continue to uphold that level of transparency, especially in the face of adversity. So first, let's talk about how we got here, right? When BP 2025 conceptualized. Obviously, as a community, there was a lot of hurt as a result of what had occurred from the presidential election. And I thought to myself, well, what if we could all come together, support one another's businesses, create our own systems, infrastructure, and resources so that way we as a community could continue to progress no matter what happened in that avenue of the world, right? I brought the idea to social media, and there was nothing that could have prepared me for the amount of positive feedback that came as a result of the concept of BP 2025. But then it was time to figure out how to actually bring all this to life. Where can we have this community? How can we do this, right? So we tried to build our community on Heartbeat. Heartbeat lost its pulse.
Okay, to break it down into multiple parts.
Community, how can we do this, right? So we tried to build our community on Heartbeat. Heartbeat lost its pulse, and then we moved over to Discord, and then we found out very quickly that our previous Discord ticketing system had limitations, right? So obviously we've since then rectified that problem. We can have unlimited tickets open. So for those of you guys that were like, oh, I tried to get in a Heartbeat, then I tried to get in the Discord, I'm tired of fighting the good fight, I throw my hands up, y'all figure it out, you can get in. We've rectified the problem.
Oh, from what we're seeing though in the comments, it's not rectified. It is not rectified. And or if it's rectified, it's not streamlined. It's not optimized, right? There's still people that even donated to this initiative that cannot get into this Discord. What are we going to do about that? Like, that is a very big issue. So again, even like how this announcement is hidden basically on Discord, how were people that donated that could not get in and could not get verified see this? Granted, she did post it in the announcements channel, so you did not have to be verified to see this. But did people even go in? Like, the amount of people that probably didn't even go and look into that due to just a distaste or a distrust from just so much confusion. I don't know.
Infrastructure and the resources are there. Okay. Now, moving on to GoFundMe and Kin, I want to clarify GoFundMe has been shut down for over a month now. And the reason for that is because I anticipated that we would run into issues with trying to fuel this mission with leveraging GoFundMe, right? And that's where Kin conceptualized from. For those of you guys who are interested in how Kin fits into fueling the BP 2025 mission, go to www.officialblackproject2025.com and look at our roadmap. And for those of you guys that are like, great, now I understand how it fits into the mission.
That's something too, where it's like, I went to that. And again, the more you're having people having to click around to things, you're losing the audience. She should have just said here, this is what it's for. Like, why didn't she just say this right now in this video? Like, again, as someone in PR, someone in branding, just say it now. Say it now for people that are not going to click around. You're losing trust rapidly through this initiative. Just say it now. Why do we need to go and give you traffic to your website? Just say it, you know? And so again, did I go and I looked into it and I read it? Yes. And does it make sense? I guess, but I'm just like, girl, just say it now. Like, we're here now. I don't know. A little bit weird to me on that. Let's keep going.
To the mission, how does Kin work? I already thought about the fact that there would be a level of confusion associated with the topic within our community. Go to www.kincoin.com and go to learn and then go to academy, because I created a resource. It's totally free called Kin Academy. So you guys could come and learn about the topic of Kin and how it integrates into our mission.
Spoiler alert, I went to that as well too. It's basically teaching you about crypto 101. So it's, what is crypto? What is blockchain? What is this? What? It's basically that. And I will note that the videos of her in that look like, again, when I went back to her past video and a day in her life, it was kind of like that snippet and that thing. And there was one of her getting her makeup done that we just looked at. That was the day she was filming this. So, and also again, so you're not being transparent about the funds, because a lot of people are, we're 2 minutes in, we know nothing about the funds. She said nothing about the funds except for that she's closed the GoFundMe a month ago. Where are the funds at? That's what people really need to know. If she would have like led with that, like break that down and then get into all of this extra stuff, then it would make a little bit more sense to me in terms of the layout of the structure of how this video needs to go. Yeah, so there we go. I just want to give a spoiler alert for this. She's telling us again, not what Kin is right now and telling us what to do. She's giving us links and resources to go to. Spoiler alert, I went there. It's basically teaching you about crypto 101 and blockchain and then how to buy Kin.
In addition to that, I encourage you guys to go read the Kin white paper. Try to make it as informative as possible. Worked very hard with the team. We're very excited about the...
Who's the team? Please address who the team is. You are a nonprofit organization. Address who the team is.
Launch of it. Thought it was something that was very innovative and forward thinking. And, you know, obviously the incoming administration kind of validated that concept, right?
What are we talking about, ma'am? She's saying the incoming administration has validated like what cryptocurrency. So she's saying again, Trump backs crypto, which we all know to be true. But why as Black people, would we ever try to co-sign? Why would you even bring this up? Like, why would you even bring that language to this video? Because again, this initiative is for Black people. Does the current administration even acknowledge our existence? They are currently right now ripping up Black Lives Matter streets. What are we talking about? Why are you even bringing that up? Did a PR individual, again, you're saying you're hiring all these people in the team and et cetera, et cetera. Did a PR individual even look at this or approve this? Like it couldn't be. Because again, she's working in like media buying. She's not a public relations individual. She's not a public speaker. Does she speak well? Yes, but she is not a public speaker by trade. And it shows, because why did we even say that? Why are we bringing up the administration?
So moving forward, I also want to clarify, we are in the process of verifying everything with GoFundMe. We have absolutely nothing to hide on this end. And I can't believe I even have to say this, but the things that are just being accused are just downright not true. In this particular instance, guys, I would encourage you to use some form of discernment here. I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't think that attacks like this.
Didn't I say that discernment word was going to come back? She's telling us to use discernment. She's telling the people that donated money and have no idea where it's gone to use discernment. A better word could have been used. Patience. Like there's just so many other words that could have been selected versus discernment. People are using their discernment, and their discernment is telling them that you are not operating this nonprofit entity correctly and transparently enough. And it's funny that she uses transparency and all these words, but is the transparency in the room with us, ma'am? Oh no, sorry, it's behind this Discord link. Honey, it's not looking good. Let's go to the next part.
In my pursuit of this mission, it is expected to a certain extent, right? And yes, it's heartbreaking, and yes, it's hard, and yes, it hurts me to sit there and watch folks challenge my integrity and my background and my life and the mission. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not. And I'm going to continue to fight for this mission, because at the end of the day, it is rooted in doing good for the community. And no matter what occurs, I'm going to continue to fight the good fight. Our volunteers that have shown up, they're going to continue to fight the good fight.
Who are the volunteers? Again, this is the time to be naming these people. Like this is the time. And I don't understand like even what the video is for at this point, because we're really not saying anything. Like it sounds as though in terms of how she's delivering words in the selection of cadence and higher level words, I would say, give it some jush, but really if we break it down, she's not saying anything. She's not giving any answers to the questions that a lot of people that are involved in this initiative have. Let's keep it real.
And for those of you guys who are like, I want to know what's going on in the day-to-day, go apply through our Dover link, go interview with our recruitment team, come volunteer with us, right? So that way you could be a part of the day-to-day. If you want some skin in the game, come get some skin in the game, come join us, right? And so while I acknowledge that what is going on social media is just downright unfortunate, and yes, it is hurtful, I'm going to continue to prevail. Nobody's going to throw in the towel here. And yeah, so moving do, because I'm not going to spend too much time talking about what's going on that's negative, because it's just not productive. Obviously, you guys know we have an upcoming town hall inside of the BP 2025 Discord where we're going to brief you guys on what's going on with recruitment and where we are in our processes and next steps.
So what are you doing to streamline everyone getting into this? Again, you said that you created this ticketing system and that it's easier to get approved to get into this. That's not what's being told on the other end. Like, people are trying to get into this actively and they're not being verified. So what, and I'm telling you, the verification process is a little bit strenuous, right? It's a long form that you have to fill out, answering all these questions about yourself, providing a lot of personal information and business information as well too. And then from there, you have to wait for them you have to put your ticket number into the group and then wait for them to approve you in a sense. And then you're able to see all the actual channels of this Discord, which let me just check really quick right now. I'm gonna check with y'all in real time if I've been verified into this group. Because, of course, I'm not going to just sit here and I will be devil's advocate. I will be on both sides again. It seems as though at least the intentions are pure. Yeah, I'm still not verified in this. And for something like this, it shouldn't take like 24 hours, honestly. Like, we need people act. That means you don't have enough people volunteer. Like, because again, you didn't mention who the volunteers are, how many of them there are. So how are we supposed to know what's going on in Aya? What's taking so long for me to be verified? Is there just too many people applying? Like, there needs to be some kind of transparency. And she's talking about transparency, yet right now, you all, I'm not verified in this group. I've fully filled out the form as well too, with all accurate information. I have a profile picture on my Discord. I've used Discord prior. And also there's like different bots and things like that. There's a stock bot within this. There's a crypto display and a crypto watcher bot as well, which to me is kind of like a red flag. So again, people are trying to just build community. We're not really trying to do all this crypto stuff. Again, do we understand why you're now going towards this crypto? Yes, girl, I get it. But if that was not what people desire to be a part of, how are you connecting communities? Like, how are you connecting individuals in the network? So I guess it's going to happen in this town hall that a lot of us will not be able to see because we're not in the Discord. How is that beneficial to the Black community? I just need to know. This could be a YouTube channel. Like, it could. Like, but I'm glad I just checked that. So yeah, I'm not in the group either.
You guys can come and get your questions answered. And then in addition to that, I'm going to integrate a town hall for kin too, since there's so much confusion associated with the topic. Also, I want to clarify too, we did not put any of the donations into the kin liquidity pool. We only use a very small portion to actually develop the initial infrastructure for kin.
Honey, you just said you did not have access to the GoFundMe prior. And we'll go back after this and we'll replay the beginning of it. Didn't she just basically say that there's nothing gone on really with the GoFundMe money yet? And now she's saying they've used a small portion. There needs to be transparency of the funds. This is why nonprofits literally have documents that they have to submit showing what happens with funds and donations and charitable things for reasons like this. And again, we're also in this Lululemon jacket again. I can't.
So for those of you guys that are, thinking that that's where everything went, I can confirm that is not the case. But moving forward, yes, we're going to be a lot more active in Discord. We've got events that are coming, so that way we as a community can continue to learn, grow, and progress. We've got town halls coming from BP. We've got town halls coming for kin. And I'm really excited to continue to work as a community to move this mission forward. For those of the volunteers that have shown up, I'm so thankful for you. For those that have shown up to donate, I'm so thankful for you. For those that have shown up just by, sharing the content on social media, I'm so thankful for you. Without you guys, none of this could have been possible. And I am so excited to continue in our pursuit of the BP 2025 mission together as a community, no matter what gets thrown our direction. I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic night. If you guys have any questions, open up a ticket in Discord, drop a message on social media. We are more than happy to.
Okay, and that's basically the end because she doesn't get into anything else. But y'all, how do we feel about that? We're at the end of the video, so now I'm going to give my just raw personal opinion. Do not donate to this. Do not donate to this. And again, I'm not here to tear down the Black community, but also, again, there's just so many red flags in this where it's like, especially in an economic time like now, there's not money to be wasted. We cannot waste a single dollar. And so, and as well too, crypto is very volatile, a very risky investment in general. Do not donate to this if you do not have any extra money to spare. Okay. And in terms of where this GoFundMe money has gone, did we get an answer? No, we did not. Do we know who the team is specifically? What's all the lawyer fees, the NDAs, the cease and desist? Nothing on that. Again, she thanks the contributors, the volunteers, doesn't mention any of those people and who they are. And any further information about this is going to be in these town halls that, again, are locked behind the verification process of the Discord. I just have no interest in engaging in that. I don't think that's actually going to benefit the Black community in any way. And it's things like this that is very much so an embarrassment to the Black community, and why I consistently say in a lot of my videos, why we're not getting anywhere. This is why we're not getting anywhere. And this is why the Black community is so easy to scam. This is another great display for someone else to watch this. And I did see a few videos of this where people were like, this Black Project 2025 scam was so messed up, but also creative, where it's like probably giving people more ideas of how to scam our community. So again, utilize your discernment, be a critical consumer always. And yeah, if you want to click around and see about that Kincoin, watch the education course. Again, if you want to learn about crypto, I guess, again, there's a lot of information of that on there. But in terms of what's actually going on with the building communities, it's going to be behind this Discord that you have to be verified to get into. If I get into it, I'll let you guys know. But will I be actively supporting this initiative moving forward? I don't think so. I don't think so. So let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. That is the full story. We're over an hour on this video, but I had to just break it down from the top to the bottom. I don't care how long it is. I had to break it down from the top to the bottom. So if you stay to the end, I appreciate you. Please comment down below how you feel about this. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm just so exhausted with the Black community. Being Black, love it, but it is truly such an exhausting experience because there's just always something going on. There's always the antithesis going on. So let's hope for the best with this moving forward. I would not invest anything moving forward if you're asking my opinion on that. And yeah, all right, I will see you guys in the next video because I actually do have a few other things to film after this. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.